Hi, Professor. Apologize for the really late delay video log regarding Chapter 8. I still think I'm within my deadline, though. The video log that I'm doing today is regarding pushing the envelope with regard to ethical habits or principles. And the question that we were asked is when you think of your favorite teachers, can you recall ways in which they exhibited ethical habits or principles? Um, And then, do I recall a teacher who pushed the envelope? Were there conflicts with community members? Some follow up questions around that. And then finally, a recap of the Buckley Amendment. In relationship to one of my favorite teachers, I think I've referenced her in the past. It was my second and fourth grade teacher. I always thought, like I said, that she was one of those teachers that, because I was such an awesome student and we got along so well, she decided to go into fourth grade just so that she could have me again. Um, in relationship to ethics, I think that's one of the things as a young student that I actually really admired about her is really feeling like I could trust her, that she had a extreme amount of empathy, and that ethically there she was sound in everything that she did. She really held me to a standard as it related to my studies, and it was the same standard that she held everybody else to. I just happened to just click with her, and I can remember one time going out on the playground, and there was a group of students that were those students that weren't necessarily uh, the the good crowd. And I remember one time I was playing soccer out on the field, and they were grouped over in a corner, and I kind of made my way over there. And when I did that, this particular group, they were smoking cigarettes, and uh, I, immediately was. I mean, only in fourth grade, I was really at that time. This is like in the '80s. I really was taken back by what they were doing. And I remember going to that this particular teacher, and she was so supportive of me and making sure that I knew that I wasn't being a tattletale, but that I was trying to do the right thing and get these kids not only help, but make sure that they had the consequences because this wasn't supposed to be done. But I remember her always doing the right thing in that whole situation and feeling like it was confidential. I didn't have to worry about retaliation, and that ultimately it was taken care of. All the things that she had to do, I wasn't aware of at the time, but I certainly remember her influence with regard to ethics. As it relates to one of those teachers who might have pushed the envelope, I did have a teacher who it was in third grade. I was in the advanced math class, and I remember he used to when kids weren't paying attention or they really asked a question that probably should had already been answered or that he thought they shouldn't have asked, he would throw stuff at their direction. And I remember dodging a few pieces of chalk, but he at one point actually hit a student with an eraser or something, and it was called into question, and all of the students had to write their account of what had occurred. And I just remember, it back then we thought, oh, he's just being funny, but he was actually doing something that wasn't ethically or, the right thing to do. And it kind of put fear in a lot of different kids. I just happened to do well, so I didn't ever have something thrown at me. In regards to the Buckley Amendment, the Buckley Amendment, just to recap it out of the book, it really states that federal funds will be denied to a school if it prevents parents from exercising the right to inspect and review the children's educational records. Parents must receive an explanation or interpretation of the records if they so request. And that Buckley Amendment was really the nickname for the Family Education Rights and Privacy Act in 1974 that Congress passed. Um, that's the general summation of the Buckley Amendment. Really feel like it's, as a parent of kids in school, we do have the right to be able to, to look at those records. I did find it interesting that when it comes to journaling from a teacher, they have that privacy. I thought that was a good thing to note on my video log. Thanks for your time.